Start recording, and we are doing the new area of what we are learning about, actually the number line system. Okay, so we went over practicing shapes like what looked like a candy bar yesterday. Now we're breaking into using a number line. So how this would work is if we're counting whole numbers, so the whole numbers up here would be like 0, 1, a whole 2 would be over here somewhere, okay? But remember how we were talking about these can be divided in different ways, okay? If there was a line right in the middle, then to get to the red pen is halfway between 0 and 1, okay? But instead it's divided into 3 parts, right? So if we thought about this as that's one part, that's another part, and this is yet another part, and we want to figure out what is the fraction, which fraction names point x on the number line here. So if we have 0/3, so if there's a total of 1, 2, 3 steps to reach our goal, at this point we've made 0 of those 3 steps, blank 2 of those 3 steps, and 3 of those 3 steps to reach our goal. So what do you think is going to be? Notice the pattern. They're divided. We're talking the same language as far as how these are split apart in thirds. Okay, it's actually going to be 1/3 of the way there. So that's what we're looking for. Is x would be actually 1/3. Okay, so this is worded a little bit differently, just like on the FSA. Sometimes they don't come out and ask exactly what they're looking for, but instead they word it a little bit differently. So we have to know the definition of a numerator, of course, and the definition of a denominator. So if we think about this as a fraction, let's figure out what that fraction is, and then we'll figure out what the numerator and denominator would be. Okay, so this is divided into 3 steps again. 1 step towards our goal, 2 steps towards our goal, a 3rd step towards our goal. Here we haven't even started. Here we've gone 1/3 of the way, blank, and 3/3 of the way. It makes sense that the denominator is going to stay the same. That tells us what language we're speaking, or the size of our steps that we're taking. So 0 to 1 to 2. Let me do a different color here. Okay? So the denominator is always how many equally sliced pieces do we have to make that whole? That's the denominator, which is 3. The numerator is how many pieces of the potential capacity of how those are split up would be the numerator of 2. Okay, so looking for numerator of 2, denominator of 3, and that is the solution to this one. Okay. All right, what fraction names this point on the number line? So now what do we see? It's a little bit different. Now it's still going the same distance. 0, 0, 1, 2 would be over here somewhere. How many steps is this broken? So we're just taking littler steps, okay? So before we took kind of a big step, here we're taking baby steps. How many steps to reach our goal to get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as we can see, here we've gone 0/6 of the way there, 1/6 of the way there, blank, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, 6/6. Okay, it's pretty safe to say that this denominator will also be 6th, and how far? 2/6 into our goal is what x would be. Okay, and that's the fraction we're looking at here. Okay, next. Okay, now it's a little bit trickier. So A, B, C, D, E, F, and then 6/6. So it gives us a clue. Of course, we could have figured this out without the clue because we could see how many steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know that all of these are going to be a denominator of 6. And then it's just a matter of figuring out how far we've gone. So in this case, be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 0 steps of the way there. I'm referring to that notch there. Okay, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what is it asking? It's asking what fraction names point B. Well, we found that right here. That would be 1/6. Okay, here's using actually the same number line, but asked in a slightly different way. So point E would have a numerator of what and a denominator of what. We figured out that this was 0/6, 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, and 5/6 of the way there. So point E would have a numerator. Okay, we're talking about point E here. So numerator is the top number, so that's going to be 4, and a denominator of 6. So we can represent it as 4/6, or numerator 4, denominator of 6. So numerator of 4 and denominator of 6 is actually what we are looking for there. All right, good job on that quiz, and I'll see you next time.